Olay.
We saw Jim Palmer around both of the clubhouses before the game. That used to be the norm, pitching on 3 days rest. That was not short rest. If I'm John Lester, and I know the mentality of this guy, I talked to him a little bit before the game, he's got to take that baseball, and if anything, worst case scenario, hand it to Papelbon in the ninth. That starting rotation has killed what I thought was a great bullpen. 3 innings, 4 innings, 2 innings. The next thing you know, Daniel Bard became an everyday player, and he's really suffered as a result. He's had a brutal September. Save has been terrific with it running him into the ground. The ball outside.
Don't walk him. Fuck. Come on, dude.
Lester's made only one other start in his career on 3 days rest back in April of 2008. And in that outing, he gave up 4 runs on 9 hits and a couple of walks in 5 innings. Didn't factor the decision in a 6-4 loss to the Angels. There's ball 4, and it gets away from LaBarnway. So Davis is aboard. The time.
Ah, you fuckhead. Oh shit! Look at that place.
It's kind of ominous.
God damn! What was that? Shit! Looks like Seminary Hall.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Hi. Welcome to Preston Castle.
Thank you. I'm Jason. Great.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
These fucking ghosts out of here.
People have died in the castle. Some have died violent deaths. So there must be a lot of different spirits here. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the TAPS team going to
Where the
find
fuck
tonight.
are y'all?
What's some of the history?
There's a cow.
Opened in 1894.
Go
The reason
back
they
to
built
the
it was
valley.
boys who were as young as 12 who got into trouble were sent to San Quentin and Folsom prisons.
Okay.
And they wanted a place to rehabilitate them and to teach them trade.
12-year-olds?
Working, carpentry, masonry, photography.
Go on bullcrap
a
on
lot of
12.
different things. It was a military establishment.
Oh, okay.
Get the shit out
The
of
place
fucking
closed in 1960.
So we hear there's a lot of paranormal activity that goes on there.
Right out here, but plenty inside.
Hell to the yeah.
Okay, this is the doctor's office. There was a group of people coming through on a tour, and 2 different people saw an apparition of an older man in a white coat.
In the doctor's office, I was basically looking down at the floor of the entry and started to look up. And it really shook me.
Ah,
It was like
boom,
someone
shit.
had actually stepped in front of the door. What I was able to see was his pants and the white coat and his arms. And he was there, and then he was just gone.
This is the infirmary. There was an inmate here called Samuel Goins. He was 20 years old. The 3rd time he tried to escape, he was shot in the back by a guard, and he died in the infirmary. And a lot of people think that his spirit is still here.
busted Captain's
And one
ass.
time I was here, and something kept flashing in and out of my peripheral vision, sparkling this side and that side.
Wow. Have you ever had that sparkling in your eyes before or
No.
since then?
That's the first
Sparkling
and
in your
last
eyes.
time.
You flirting with me, motherfucker?
No.
So anything else?
I ain't getting those digits.
Holy, what's crap?
She came into the room. There had been sounds of a woman humming, and a couple of
You and the
weeks
Hummer.
Really? Right in this area?
right in this area. And I had an experience in a quarantine room. I was sitting down, and the
I
next
was
thing
dry
this way I
humping.
can describe it is I stuck my finger in a light socket. My whole body was just absolutely charged,
Woohoo!
especially my neck. It was the most amazing experience.
Interesting.
Yeah,
In my
it's
nipples.
crazy.
So what room is this?
Company B room. This is one of the main dormitories for the boys.
We're locking up the castle. I was
Oh,
just
shit went
standing
down
there
in
talking
there.
to myself. It was almost like if you walked into a restaurant and heard a whole lot of voices, but you really couldn't make out what they were saying. I got my flashlight out.
One chair.
and shine it through there, and the voices completely stopped. I could not explain it.
And anything else?
There was a person who was giving a tour here, and she saw a hand wave in front of her face, and she turned around to see who it was, and there was no one there.
Wow, was this during the day, do you know? Or
It was during the night.
during the night?
Also, somebody saw a mist form up in the ceiling there, right up in the middle,
All right, where to now?
down to the basement.
Okay, so what goes on down here?
This is the laundry room here.
There was nobody else on the floor. We heard chairs moving in the adjacent room. We checked the room, and the laundry room door closed suddenly and quickly. We checked the door, and there was no way the door was closing on its own that evening.
So where to now?
We're going to the kitchen.
All right, so what goes on in here?
Kitchen?
This is the place where Anna Corbin's body was found. She was a head housekeeper and she was bludgeoned to death. They actually found her body around the corner, stuffed behind the alcove.
I heard what sounded like a female voice saying, "Help me," from that alcove. First thing I did was go in there and start looking around, looking to see if there was any microphones or speakers or anybody hiding in there. Nothing. I can't explain it.
And she was killed by who? We don't know.
One of the youths was tried 3 times and he was acquitted the 3rd time.
So what sort of activity goes on in here?
People have been touched in here. People